What's up, YouTube? It is JC coming at you with another video. Hey, today I want to give some advice to some high school seniors. It's June 7th. A lot of people are not graduating, but a lot of people are moving from their junior year, and now they're rising seniors going into their senior year. And it's a really exciting time. And if you are in that situation, or even if you're in high school, really, I have some advice for you. And I want to start out by this. I want to give you some homework for the summer. Oh, I know you're really excited about that. But you're going to have a lot of free time this summer. Maybe you're working, maybe you're just hanging out, Give you a couple homework assignments. Your first is this. You need to read a couple books. And these books could potentially change your life. I wish I had read these books when I was in high school. If I had had access to this information, it would have completely changed my life. So I want to give you those recommendations right now, okay? The first one is a book by Robert Kiyosaki. It's called Cash Flow Quadrant. There's also a corresponding book which I would recommend getting called Rich Dad Poor Dad. You might even read that one first. I'll put this all in the description. Cash Flow Quadrant is going to explain to you how people make money today in the world. And I know you might be thinking, well, I already know how to make money. No, you don't. I promise you, you probably have no clue all the different options that are out there. And the reason this is important is because when you graduate from high school or college, you are going to have to create income for yourself. There is no getting around that. You will need to make money. There are very, very, very efficient ways of making money, and there are very inefficient ways of making money. And that book explains the differences. And it's not about how much money you make. It's not about what you do to create the money necessarily. It's about living the life that you want to live. This is going to give you insight on that. The second book I'm going to recommend is by a friend of mine and his friend, Mark Nathan and David Anderson. It's called The Delusion of Passion. This book just came out a few months ago. It's brand new. And it is talking about millennials, which is you if you're in high school, and the delusion of passion, meaning people think that they have to be passionate about something before they do it. And that's not necessarily true. And what this book's going to do really is going to open your eyes to what it actually means to live the life that you want. So I highly recommend these two books. This book you can only get on their website, which I will put that in the description as well. I recommend buying it. So get those two books, read those two books, and I promise you it'll be very effective for you. So my advice for you, high school seniors, you're going into your senior year, very exciting time, lots of cool things coming up. And if you haven't started already, you're probably going to apply for colleges and do your ACT, SAT, get accepted into some schools. That's all fine and dandy, but I want to challenge you. So I went to a college prep high school. When I graduated, every single person in my graduating class, except I think for one person, went directly into a 4-year college. And that's just what we were geared to do. We took AP classes, we took college prep classes, we were prepared to go right into college. That's what that school was designed for. Many of us went to really expensive private schools. I'm guilty. Some of us went to public schools, but regardless of that, it's what we were told to do. It's what we did. And if I had got my hands on those books and really known the information that I know now, I probably would not have gone to college. And I want to explain why. Because I was told that college was the prerequisite to success. And that, my friends, is completely false. College does not give you any further advantage than any other person in the marketplace. Now, if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, go to college. You have to go to college. You have to get that degree. You have to get trained. But if you want to be successful in business, you don't need college. You don't. And I didn't know that when I was 18. I didn't actually get my hands on Rich Dad Poor Dad until I was 19. I'd already had a year down of school, college. And so that's when I know. But I want to read something to you. There was a letter that was written by the president of Purdue University in January of 2015. And I want to kind of read this excerpt from this letter. And this is going to kind of back up my point on why college is not the prerequisite to success. And actually can maybe put you in a bad position if you're paying for it. So the president of Purdue University says this. This is his words. He says, the class of 2014 was labeled the most indebted ever, with more than 70% leaving school with loans averaging an all-time record of $33,000. The problem is not offset by increase in earning power. While student debt jumped 35% between 2005 and 2012, the median starting salary dropped by more than 2%. Historically, high percentages are unemployed, and a discouraging 44% of recent graduates are working in jobs that do not require a college degree. 45% reported that they had resumed living in their parents' home. And I think since 2014, it has probably gotten worse than that. If you go to college, you're paying for it. Your opportunity cost of working or starting your own business is 4 years of creating income and not getting into debt. Whereas if you go to college, you have 4 years of not creating income and getting into debt, more than likely, if you're paying for it. So think about that. And there's going to be people that try to influence you in one direction. And I just recommend that you do as much research as you can. And here's another thing. A lot of companies today, if you do want to go into the corporate arena, a lot of companies today do not require a college degree. I work for a Fortune 50 company. It's one of the top 10 financial institutions in the entire United States. And not one position there, not one position in the entire company requires a college degree. From the entry-level position to the CEO, not one position requires a college degree. I did not know that. Do your research. Make your own decisions. Pursue what you want to pursue. Don't be peer pressured. And with that, guys, we'll see you next time. Thanks.